Good evening, guys. It's Friday, January 13th, 2023. So yesterday we had a CPI price actually chopped around, right? So today high likely it will either take out CPI high or CPI low. Okay. So now due to CPI yesterday and chop long weekend, which is Martin Luther King on Monday, I'm not going to guess my direction before the open, right? Because price may chop around also, like stay within that CPI high and low, and then after Martin Luther King, Tuesday it may move. So, and I will only give levels today, no direction bias. Price will retest CPI high and low or low, and then I do not know, right? So do not go with the flow today at the tail end or at the high in that direction. So what that means is, if price is trending down till open, right? Let's say if it's down, do not short at the tail end. If price is going higher and higher before open, and after open, if it is at the high end, do not go long there. So that means you do opposite if you want to. That is allowed, but not going with the flow if you see that consistent direction down or up before open. So that was the idea here, right? And that is what essentially happened. Actually opposite worked out today. Look for a pullback and be conservative. In general, below Globex high, sellers have a control, but if price is too much down before open, then buyers may step in off the open depending on where it opens up, right? And these are the levels, right? And then that's a dream number, right? So here now of the before open, right? What happened before open? So before open, this was our key R, right? And then price was going down, even before open till 8:30 or 8:40 or 50, or 9 o'clock, right? So here that pre-market notes comes in handy, that do not short at the tail end, right? But you can go opposite if you want to, or you can stick with that direction here. Look for conservative pullbacks area where we discussed in Discord was 85.91, this area, pretty much, or this entire area basically. For NQ, this is the area 456 to 491. That is what we discussed, that I will look for shorts into this area, even though it's a middle of this range, right? But the levels are good here, that's why I wanted to short. Now that means I was expecting that price may go up there of the open, right? So based on that idea, if I'm waiting for shorts, you can take a long here also, targeting those areas, right? And we discussed the importance of 410 or 409, 389 and 66 in ES. Before open in the pre-market, I said 66 is the key. There are two situations, since 10 o'clock, University of Michigan sentiment news was due at 10 o'clock, right? Price may go higher, stay here in this range during the news or at the news, and then go down or up. There are two scenarios. Either it will go down or continuation of this morning move. Same thing here also we discussed. Yeah. So what happened is that 66 held it here. You can see that of the open 76 reach, which is broken support, turn into resistance idea here, right? And then shorts came in here, and then the key is not shorting here right of the open. You were watching it. If it comes down, can it go through this 66? That was the key. You can technically short here also, but the idea was to see which direction it goes basically of the open. But so this was the direction, right? At least opening. And what we discuss is till 10 o'clock it can maintain that direction, right? So till 10 o'clock it can maintain this direction, right? So that's why there is no short here, right? But by 10 o'clock, if it is in this area, then you can short. So here also same thing, right? So but NQ went fast into this area, so it was like 410. It didn't even come to 410 here. It opened above 410 right here, 425, and then it straight up went into this area. Since it was a confluence area here, right, and it was a red line, I shorted it at here 460 or 58 or so, right? knowing that it will come back at least once to this 410 409 area, and then ES will also come to 66. Since ES was at the time 76, I did not short ES because location was poor for me, but NQ, this was the location I was waiting, so I took the short. When it touched 410, within a second it bounced, right? It didn't even balance or anything, so I bailed out right here, around 420 or so, because it was so fast. And ES also bounced, right? So that was the sign that buyers stepped in here. This was a long setup too, actually, but it's really up to you how you want to do it. See, I had a short bias today, not a long. So because of this flush down, so I didn't take the long here, but I built out my short here, and then price went higher during the news, right? So at that time there was a decision time whether it's going to continue this direction or go down, so because ES was also hitting at the same time this area, so I took a short here also and short here also, right? So this one, first time it worked, price went down few points, right? At least 20 points, then again came back up, again came down. See here, that's why I built out here, then I don't like it, because at that time now price is proving that it may wants to go higher, Yes, I shorted it here, it came back to 80. See here, I shorted it 90 right here. See, it came to 80, 81, right? So 85 was my level to watch. It went below it, 80, 85, I held it, but then it again tried to go back up, I built out. Now I know that at least buyers have some juice, into this. It may go higher, but then I don't want to go long knowing this entire area is seller's area, right? And NQ by that time was running into this Globex high, correct? So that's why I didn't want to change my bias to the long side unless price goes above it, and unless goes above this area. Okay, till then I can short. So since price came up straight into this, if you look at 15-minute 30-minute chart, it came up straight from this to here, so this makes a sense. It makes sense to short here, so this is the ideal location, right? Like top of this range. Look at this from here to here, right? And when price came down straight there, straight out there, somebody is going to short at least back up to 491, maybe lower, who knows, right? But if you shorted here, you can take profit here, or you can take a profit into this area, right? Because this area in Discord I said 456 or 440 to 490 or 470 or so is the exchange area. Price has been rotating around that area since day before yesterday and today also. So it may come there at least, right? And then if it goes through it, it's gonna go here. So ES 85 is important, right? That's what I said. So when ES came to 85 here, right? Here you bail out your ES short, right? Since NQ I took a short, I also took a short in ES also at the top of this, this Globex, this 4002, this area here, because it was a gap fill also here. I considered this as a gap fill here. So, and internals were still negative at that time, right here below zero line. See that? NQ was also below zero line, right? So they were supporting the idea. They were not like too bullish at that time. Yes, this was a bullish sign, right? But at least it can get a reaction. So, and then I built out actually NQ here with ES, right? Then I was watching to see if it goes down, pull back here, I will short. If it bounces from here and go below 490, above 491, and this area, middle of this balance is 95 or so, right? So if it goes above this middle, then I have to assume that buyers have a control. That's it. So, or NQ goes back above, this is what I typed in Discord. If it goes above this, then buyers have a control. So the moment it went higher, right, like this, right? So this arrow is for long. If you took the long here, this because it was a confluence area, right? And it was a failed breakdown here also. See here also it was a failed breakdown. So if you look at zoom in, right, this was a morning low actually. It went poke below it and boom. ES also same thing here. You can see it. See this is the low, poke below, touch 66, boom. See that? and then here also same pattern. See, these were the lows, 462. Below it, immediately pop back up. That's for your long, or you wait for price to go above this, right? And then when you see a price coming down here, you go long right here. See here, I think yes, I have a long here. See here, around 125. So where is 125? Right here. See that? So right here. So basically here you can see this. See this high, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, choppy up, slice through it, pull back, right? Held this area. Now you draw like this, correct? And then again down, correct? Went through it, made a new high for the day, right? Then came straight down, right here, right? And then what happened? This was the mini low here. See that, this low, like step up, right? Slice through it, stayed even 2 minutes there, then straight up, right? So here there was a long right here, right? And same thing in NQ here, right here. See, so and it was above this 491 area. We know buyers are now in control, right? ES is also above this entire area pretty much, so here you can take a long. Then ideal long, because this is still in the mass area, right? Entire range. So ideally you would look for price to go out of this range, which is this. So this is the actual meat here. Look at this, straight up, right? Now pull back here, go long, target this area, red line, or even this, depending on time of the day or how much time left. But this was a good level, so around ES was this area. See that, this top area, gap fill area, right? And this, so this area will, the entire area will act as a support. So the moment it comes down here, chop around, that was your long, targeting what? This. And you can see that that's your long here. See, it's clear here, right, above this entire area, and then you take a profit here, right? Now NQ, you can even take a long, above this 580. That was the CPI high, right? The moment price took out this area by a tail, you wait, first time you wait, then it pop back down, and then again slice through it. This is where you take a long right here, around 582, right? And then you target this area, right? But you have to keep an eye on ES, because ES was at that time trading at 15. So if ES goes to 15 to 21, which is the CPI high, here you have to bail out NQ, even though you are targeting this, but since ES reached here, its resistance, you have to bail out in NQ here, and that was your trade, and that be all for today. Now for Tuesday, right? So Monday is a holiday. Tuesday, NQ has to stay above what? This area. Preferred area is this. It has to stay above this in order to go higher. Backup is this. So above this, technically NQ is supporting buyers for Tuesday. Yes, above this area, preferred area, this is a backup area, it is supporting buyers. Okay, so that's for Tuesday's note. Pretty much I'm giving you in advance, unless overnight something happens, but that was the area, and that be all for today.